Hey, Virgo, Intuitive Soul Coach here with your August 2024 love reading. Welcome back to my channel if you're returning, and welcome if you're new. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, Virgo, are some of you traveling or moving in the month of August? I do see that you are tending to home matters. Some of you could be working on projects around the house. You could be traveling. I'm getting Airbnb. There's exciting energy coming into the mix here. And bottom of the deck, we do have a breakthrough. So whatever it is that you've been building, some sort of security, safety, if you've been wanting to bring more love into the home, I feel like you could even be meeting new people if you're single. There's some sort of excitement showing up. You have the spices. If you're in a relationship, perhaps you are shifting gears a bit and you could be taking a trip. You could be switching things up around the house. You could be working together with a partner. I feel for some of you with the Seven of Pentacles showing up right away, you could even be reevaluating and reassessing what makes you happy and what doesn't. So there is a reflection period. For the majority of August, we'll be in retrograde. Yeah, look at, we have the devil crossing you. So yeah, you're looking at areas of instant gratification versus long-term stability and growth. Okay. We do see the Three of Pentacles showing up in reverse in your foundation. For some of you, there could be an external influence or a third party energy that may have shown up in your past. Okay, it doesn't always have to be cheating third party. It could be someone chose work. Someone may have went a different path. Yeah, and it left you feeling disappointed. I do see the Three of Swords. I see the Three of Swords coming in because you could be disengaging from an energy and that could upset or hurt other people, but you're not letting manipulation, or you're not being or allowing yourself to feel manipulated by a situation any longer. That's why the breakthrough comes in. Now, I see that there are exciting times ahead for you, or there may be opportunities that do tempt you, but you're going to have to make a choice. And I feel for some of you, there could be a surprise showing up. A surprise element is what I'm hearing, Virgo. A surprise element to what's coming in here. There could be some sort of message. Yeah, there could be a message or communication coming in. I feel someone wants to celebrate with you. Could be wanting to celebrate maybe your birthday if you're a sun sign. Okay, Knight of Wands. Yeah, you're not trusting this person because they come in just as fast as they go out. Bottom of the deck, I do see the Ace of Wands. Someone wants to come in offering you a new beginning here. Okay, we're going to get an outcome card. What do we have for outcome for Virgo for the month of August? Okay, beautiful. So starting off, it looks like you are trying to build a sense of safety, security, and stability within your home, Virgo. That's our safe space, right? Our home is our space where we can go to unwind, to rest, to rejuvenate, to make memories, to focus on our hobbies, our crafts, our careers. Some of you may work from home. This is a space that you want love and nurturing. And I feel like there's been something that has caused instability in some way, shape, or form, maybe financially, or it could be that you had a loved one at one point that lived with you. I feel like they're not there anymore though. So maybe this is a child that grew up and left the house. Maybe you were married and you shared this house with someone. Maybe you had a family member stay with you and you took care of them in ill health. I feel like you are shaking things up a bit. You could be getting rid of old furniture. You could be going through items within the home. There could even be some sort of separating of items. If you're going through maybe a process of divorce, or if someone has left. Okay, I just feel like home matters are being dealt with. Some of you, this has to do with legalities or legal matters, possibly within the home. I also feel for some of you, if you rent or maybe you're looking to buy or sell, but I feel like you may have dealt with something in the home. I feel like this is geared for those of you that rent. Maybe there was a water leak or there was something in the home that needed to be replaced and you were having a difficult time with that landlord getting something fixed or taken care of. Okay, take that as it resonates. Or perhaps if you are a owner of your home, maybe there was an item that kind of bit the dust, right? Maybe that fridge went out or you needed to replace a washer, something like that. Now, the good news is there's some excitement coming in here for you. And I see with the spices and the berries, things are going to get spicy here. Things are going to feel a little bit heavy. Hot and heavy is kind of what I'm getting here with the devil energy. Someone could be bringing in an offer, but I don't feel like the offer is sustainable. I feel like it's exciting in the moment, but the devil is our earthly pleasures. Nothing wrong with it. We're having a human experience. But if you want something long-term and sustainable, right? If you want something to kind of bring back home to mama in a way, that type of energy, I don't feel like this is it. Okay, I don't feel like this is it. But let's explore. Let's go a little bit further. There is going to be a surprise. A surprise element is what I'm hearing. A surprise element. So it could be that, you know, maybe you feel, and we'll dig into this further, but maybe you feel like this person isn't here for, you know, a long time. They're here for a good time, but maybe the surprise element is a twist. Maybe they are. Maybe they're going to reveal how they feel or something of that nature. Now, there is a breakthrough coming in. And there's that travel energy that I was picking up on. Look at, you have both the canoe and camping. So some of you, this can be escapism. Escapism with the devil crossing your path. For others of you, there is definitely going to be an upcoming adventure or something new that's exciting. You could meet someone, but they may be taken, or they may have just come out of a relationship and they're not looking for anything serious. But I'm getting excitement here. For those of you that are in a relationship currently, I feel like you have a decision to make. Okay, let's dive into the tarot. Seven of Pentacles is your overall energy around reevaluating where you're at in matters of the heart. Is this a situation that makes you happy? Is it long term? Is it gratifying? Is there emotional fulfillment? Is there satisfaction? Is there growth? And you're really looking at things from all angles. August is a very powerful month in itself. It's an 8-month. We're in an 8-year. It's about strength, control, speed, materialism, power, authority, feeling empowered, making life choices, because 8 is about putting in the work, right? We step out of this 7 after a reflection period and we put in the work and we do things that sometimes can be a little challenging, right? We have to have that difficult conversation, or we have to make a difficult choice that's ultimately going to lead to our freedom, to our sweetness, right? The sweet surprise, to our, you know, long-term growth. But I feel for some of you, it feels like the leaves have fell off, right? If you've ever had a plant that some of the leaves turn yellow and they fall off, or you kind of pluck them off, I feel like you're picking up the dead leaves and you're seeing what still has growth potential. But for some of you, all of the leaves have fell off. And it's like you keep waiting for the little bud to grow back, but nothing happens. So you're reevaluating. What else does this need? Do I need to replant this? Do I need to go elsewhere? Do I need to water this more, give it more love? So you're looking at things from all different perspectives here. And I feel like you are making a choice. Something didn't work out the way that you thought it would, but you are reconfiguring. Can I approach it from a new angle and continue to put work into it? Or is this something that was just short-lived? Okay, So the devil crossing your path here is actually good showing up because it's out in the open. It's not something that's hidden, right? It's not that you have to play the guessing game. This is something that's out there, something that you know this is calling you in. It's tempting you in for some sort of instant gratification. It could be escapism, right? With that getaway card here, some of you may be running away from something or trying to escape it because you know it's no good. Perhaps someone's coming back and tempting you, but your mind is saying, this person already broke my heart, or this person, they've manipulated, or they've been inconsistent. You don't want to play games, right? This can be fears, codependency, manipulation, materialism, addictions, even obsessions. It can be a strong sexual energy as well, very primal. But the fact that it's crossing you tells me that you're reevaluating if this is healthy or if it's good for you. And what we have below you, Virgo, is the Three of Pentacles. Third party energy. I feel like it's a big flag here showing up. Or other people in the mix. Other people. Three of Pentacles in reverse. Someone isn't aware of maybe their consequences or their actions, how their actions have consequences. Someone isn't being the best team player in a situation here with this Three of Pentacles. Someone is not pulling their weight. I almost feel like there is a group dynamic, something about a group or friendships. Okay, this is also... Oh, okay. I mean, I typically don't get this in my readings, but someone could be partaking in extracurricular, passionate activities. Okay, how do we put that in simple terms here? Three's a crowd, but some people might like that. Okay, so I feel like there is, stuff that you are maybe learning that you don't love, or it's not part of you. Maybe it's not just monogamy, right? Maybe it's not just monogamy. What do they call that? Like polyamorous. I feel like someone could enjoy other things and you're wondering, is this for me? Do I want to do this? For others of you, if you're thinking, Mel, what are you talking about? That's not me. I'm a one-man band, right? I feel like someone else thinks for the now. They think they want to have a good time. They live for today because they may not know if they're going to be around tomorrow. So they want to have a good time right here, right now. And maybe you like that about someone. Maybe they take you out of, maybe they add a little bit of excitement to your life. But we have the Magician showing up in the recent past. The Magician is in reverse here, which can be about misuse of power. It can be about manipulating or using the tools that they have to kind of coerce. Maybe the tools that they have, they could think that their looks are a tool, or their charm, or, their money. I feel like they are very persuasive, and you may get sucked in, or you have in the past. Virgo, you've been sucked into this person's charm or their games. But you're saying no more. Three of Swords. I feel like you're saying no more because you know your worth and you know what you truly want. And I feel with the Three of Swords, there has been some sort of healing or forgiveness or hurt, right? Three of Swords can be broken heart, painful truth, separation, third party. The fact that we're seeing a 3 above you and below you tells me that there's been something that's affected the union. Because 3 is a crowd, and I keep hearing that for you. 3 is a crowd. And maybe someone else didn't feel that way at the time, but I don't love this. And I feel like if that's not what you are into or not what you want, then you deserve more. Therefore, a choice is made, which has to be about you coming out of denial. And that's why the devil is showing up here, because you can't help but see what's right in front of you here, which is the devil. Look at him. He's a charmer. Those green eyes captivate you. They pull you in. He has his hand out saying, it's okay. Come with me. We're going to have a good time today. And that could be true. But the next morning you might wake up and you're feeling this Three of Swords. And I feel for some of you, the Two of Swords here is not wanting to backtrack because you've already been there before. Okay, we're going to take a look and see what this good stuff is, of course, because it's not doom and gloom here. I feel like you have a good head on your shoulders, Virgo. You're logical, you're analytical, you've learned lessons of the past. You try not to repeat them, but then again, you're having a human experience and you're lulled into temptation just like the rest of us are at some point or another. But I feel that you want a healthy start, or you want healthier options, healthier choices, but there's some sort of interaction or communication that could be showing up here for you. Some of you, this could be that you've met someone new and they're very charming. There's a lot of sexual energy, sexual attraction. Maybe you're in the dating phases or dating stages where you haven't quite made yourself exclusive, but there's a lot of interaction here. Travel, this person could travel to see you. Maybe they're at a distance. They could live in the next town over or a couple of towns or states. This person may travel for work. There could be a lot of incoming text messages here. I feel like there's FaceTime, or you're connecting with someone. You talk often with them. But what's going on in the environment? A good time. Four of Wands. There's some sort of soul connection that you are embracing. Four of Wands is about 11-11 energy. It can be the twin flame energy, right? It can be twin flame. This is also about celebrations, halfway to marriage, dancing, good times, getting together. So some of you, you're hitting up music festivals, fairs. Maybe you're doing all the fun summer activities, right? If you're here in the Northern Hemisphere. I feel for some of you as well, you are having fun, but you're wondering, is this fun going to end? And there's fear that it's short-lived. I almost feel like there's a fear that this is a summer fling, right? Or there could be fears that are manipulating you. Maybe it's not the person in itself. If you're dealing with someone, perhaps it's the fears with the devil, because the devil can be someone else, or it can be your own fears, your own codependencies, your own, mind muckery, as I call it. Sometimes the magician within ourselves can misuse our power. Sometimes we don't know how to attract, right? Or we don't know how to control our mind, and then that mind controls us at times, and we get sucked into patterns that are no good for us, and it leaves us feeling a little bit heartbroken or disappointed. But because we have the Three of Swords in reverse, I feel like you're coming out of this. What's going on in your hopes and fears? We have the Two of Wands with the Knight of Wands. The Two of Wands is making a choice. Some of you may be bored in a current relationship and you want to spice things up, right? Maybe that's the case for some of you, and you're reevaluating. I need a little bit of something. Maybe it's been a long time, right? A long time for love or intimacy. For others of you, I feel like you want excitement here. And so it's showing up as, excitement. We have this spice, right? Maybe wanting to spice things up. But at the same time, it's like you're stuck in this limbo. You don't know how to open the door to this opportunity. There's some sort of choices that are needing to be made here. The choices have to do with some patterns that hold you back, or maybe a person. The hope is for this sweet surprise and adventure and spontaneity and fun, right? To rejoin life, to activate a part of yourself that may have lying dormant. Maybe it lied dormant here. And I feel like you want to have fun. And I feel like you are. Some of you definitely are having fun. But I feel like there's a daydreaming, a longing of some sort that something is going to enter and exit just as quickly. And maybe that's the fear, because that's happened before. But the Chariot showing up as your final outcome, Virgo, is saying that if you've outgrown a situation, think of that old pair of shoes that you had, right? Maybe as a 12-year-old and your feet are constantly growing, and you really love that pair of shoes. I mean, you've walked everywhere in those shoes, but your feet are starting to get a little tight. And as much as you don't want to let that pair of shoes go, you gotta. Otherwise, it's going to feel tight. It's going to feel restricted. It's going to feel stuck. And you want to move forward, but you're still hanging on to a little bit of that nostalgia. I really love those shoes. Man, they've been with me through everything. But the Chariot says it's time to move on. It's time to move on to something else, something new. Maybe something more exciting. Maybe instead of wearing those sneakers, you get yourself a pair of, sandals or a pair of Crocs or, something else. I feel instead of going back to the same shoe, or maybe you upgrade, maybe that old pair of Nikes that you had, there's a brand new type, right? And you are like, wow, I should have got these earlier. I feel like there's an upgrade showing up here in some way, shape, or form. And I feel like there is going to be movement coming in. I mean, Virgo, we have the Magician here, which is Gemini, Virgo. This is you. So for some of you, this is about you being able to manifest the life that you want. But in order to do so, in order to use your magic, to use your power constructively, we got to address this devil. I mean, like I said, there's nothing wrong with the instant earthly pleasures that have been placed on earth from time to time for us to remind ourselves that we, after all, are souls having a human experience. But when it becomes obsessive, when it becomes toxic, when we allow it to grip us, when we allow it to consume us. And that's what you're addressing here. And I feel like there's a new path that you are embracing, or a new perspective, a new shift. And it's because you're realizing that you have outgrown that old pair of sneakers, right? And it's become too tight. You don't have the flexibility. You're not able to wear those sneakers, when you want to go out on the dance floor or wherever it may be. I feel like there's something that's not jiving, and you want to explore or have some options here to bring more excitement into your world, but also stability. Because I see a lot of passion. I see wand after wand after wand. I mean, you have this whole right side is a lot of wands. So this is spiritual. This is creative, passionate. This is about fertility and energy. We're going to clarify though. Spirit, can you give us a little bit of insight into this devil? What do we need to know about the devil here for Virgo? What do we need to know about the devil? It is someone from the past, or it's an energy of the past. One that you may be tempted to go back to stay in, because there's some sort of emotional tie. I mean, emotional connection of some sort here. Maybe you've invested a lot of time and energy into this situation, but the Six of Cups in reverse is saying you may be romanticizing the past, or you may be stuck in the past energy here in some way, shape, or form. This could even be some childhood wounding. This could be an attachment style. Some of you may want to look into attachment styles, but the Eight of Cups is saying the routine has become stagnant. It's time to switch it up. I mean, that doesn't mean go hanging a pineapple over your door, but I mean, if you want, I feel for some of you, this is about you doing something new to bring in a little more excitement, right? And that could mean date night. If you've been with someone for quite some time and things have become stagnant, can you go out on a date, right? Can you start to incorporate more date nights? Can you cook together, try something new? And some of you are saying, well, Mel, we fell into a routine. We've been together 20 years or 7 years, whatever it is. This is how it is. I mean, if that's how you feel, that's what it's going to be, right? And therefore, that could be a misuse of power. I mean, if you're comfortable with that, I don't think you'd be watching these readings, but I feel like you want change. That's why you're here. That's why you have this choice to make. We have choices showing up here. And Spirit is saying, try not to get lost in the past. It's time to move forward. Don't fear change. It's time to shake up a routine, because look we have the Fool showing up at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, move towards a new path is what I'm getting here. Spirit, can we get timing Can we get a timing card here for Virgo? What do we need to know about timing? Maybe when this could take place, when you least expect it. Unexpected surprise. I like that. When you least expect it. It's almost as though you let go of that piece of control and then boom, it comes in. So it could be when you least expect it. What else do we have for timing, please, Spirit? Timing. We have winter time. Winter time. So we're still in the throes of summer here in the Northern Hemisphere. Some of you in the Southern, it could be winter for you. I feel like change is inevitable. So for those of you that think things are going to get better, if you're in a challenging situation, I just don't see that happening. I feel like you've been waiting long enough. For others of you, you're going to have to make this choice and then action it up. And I feel like something could come to fruition or finalization by winter time. But there's also a lot of excitement. I feel like a lot more excitement coming in, maybe even a lot more stability coming in for you around winter. Let's get a message from the wisdom of the oracle. What do we need to know? You know what? Before we get that, I want to just take a little bit of a look at this excitement or this surprise. Spirit, what can you tell us about the excitement? Oh, okay. We have the death card. There is an ending here, necessary ending. That could be, you know, when you least expect it, some sort of ending is actually going to lead to a surprising, exciting new beginning. And we don't always feel that when we're in the throes of transition. But when you spread your wings and there's that sense of liberation, that can be really quite beautiful, because transformation can be beautiful. And that's what I see here for you. So within some sort of transformation, with you cutting out maybe an unhealthy or toxic pattern, relationship, cycle, whatever it is for you, I feel like it's opening you up to better things ahead. Let's get a message from the wisdom of the oracle. What do we have for Virgo, please? Virgo, love, matters of the heart, all matters of the heart for August 2024. And we also have the death card, which is Scorpio energy. Scorpio lands in winter time as well. So there's that. November, October, November could be significant for you. It may even be that October, November of 2023 could have been a pivotal point for you. Virgo, we have card 51, the land of milk and honey. Oh, I like this one. Some of you may be 51 years old. Some of you may be a life path number 6. 6 in tarot is also the lovers. So what do we have here? Card 51 is all about the taste of prosperity. It's about opportunities born of authenticity, nurturing abundance, and trusting that your needs will be met. Sensuality, connection, and passionate romance between lovers, sweet moments of understanding and love among friends and family are all here for you to savor now. Your heart's calling will be answered. Let your thoughts and feelings be sweet with gratitude, and you will be nourished with the honey of abundance. Okay, I am going to read to you the protection, because the protection is straight up the devil. Okay, so this is right here. Remember what we said about escapism? For some of you, that's what this is. If you're in an unhealthy situation and you're trying to escape from it instead of addressing it, you can't do that anymore. You can, but that's where we have towers. And Spirit is saying we need to put an end to whatever this devil is in order to feel that sweet release, that happiness, that surprise, that excitement again. So a nameless unease compels you to turn to pleasure and comfort as a means to escape what's really going on. It works in the moment, but only fleetingly before the feelings return, and you need to re-up until you're exhausted, feeling worse than before. You may continue struggling, or you may see the light and choose to surrender to Spirit. Now is the time for practicing extreme self-care. If you can, do so before you engage in behaviors that you'll regret later. You are so loved, so cared for. Feel love and compassion for yourself. Turn your troubles over to the divine for healing. That's all that counts right now. Yeah. I mean, this is a nameless unease. I mean, it could be a person, it could be a pattern, it could be something you're running from, it could be an addiction. You take it as it resonates, but we do have the milk and honey. There's a rainbow. There's your sweetness, right? But it comes after the storm. Milk and honey is sweet together. So I feel like you know this, you know what you need to do. And I feel like it's going to change everything. When you least expect it, this is coming in here for you. And I feel like there's some new offers that really align with what you truly desire and what you truly want. All right, Virgo, let's get a few messages from your crystal spirits. And at this time, I just ask if you can, please close your eyes. Take a nice deep inhale from your solar plexus chakra, your belly area. Nice big breath in. Hold it as long as you can and release with a nice big exhale, nice big sigh through the mouth. And with your eyes still closed, tune into your third eye chakra, the area between your eyebrows and your forehead region. And I want you to imagine the first crystal or gemstone that shows up in your mind's eye. Now your crystals could show up as a specific color, maybe a hue of blue, red, purple, pink, or even clear. Perhaps your gemstones have a specific shape or size. They could be tumbled or in the raw form. Maybe they're clusters or have points. They could be heart-shaped. Or they could be on a pendant or a ring. Perhaps you know the name of the crystal that you see in your mind's eye. Or maybe you just feel the energy emitting from it, such as that of unconditional love, clarity, protection, or guidance. There is no right or wrong answer, Virgo. And if you need a moment, just pause the video and come back when you're ready. And for those of you that would like to be entered into the free monthly reading giveaway, all you need to do is drop your crystals, whether you have 1 or 5, drop them in the comment section below the video. And I personally will enter you into the free reading giveaway where I draw one winner around the 1st of each month and post right back here on the channel. So please make sure you've hit that subscribe and bell button so you don't miss that notification. All right, beautiful energy here. We have malachite. Malachite is one of my personal favorites. It's actually right here. You can see the beautiful greens showing up here. Some of you may be familiar with malachite. Okay. It's also card 34. 34 could be a significant number for you, or 7, which we start off with that 7. This is all about clarity of thought and emotions. It's the right use of intellect. It is about integrating thoughts and intuition. Hello, magician, the right use of magic, right? Overthinking can make you feel like you're starting to lose it. Malachite spirit has appeared to let you know that there is a difference between unproductive ruminating and taking the time to apply logic that can help you make sense of what you know. Reasoning with clarity means the right use of your intellect as you consider all the evidence you have encountered. This includes evidence produced by opening yourself to messages from the universe. Your reasoning powers are at their peak right now, so let go of any old beliefs that would make you doubt Malachite's message, which is to trust that you are smart enough to sort through all the information before you. So usually I only read the relationship message on here, but I was guided to read the overall because this could be something within your life that's more than just love, more than just relationships. And the relationship message is this: are you trying to justify knowing what you know? Malachite spirit is here to tell you that you are both smart and wise. When you consider what is currently happening with your relationships, right thinking is married to your inner wisdom, which is guided and provided by the universe. Trust that you have the ability to balance the incoming messages from your rational self and the part of you that just knows. Honor your emotions, but be guided by the universe and your intellect to help you make decisions. For your emotions right now may be an echo of the past, out of proportion with what is happening today. Meditate and it will be easier to see the evidence and use valid reasoning and intuition to weigh in. So this stone, one of my favorites, it actually helps us integrate our personal power, our hearts, and intellect simultaneously. And that's what we especially need when we're in a Two of Swords moment, when we're going back and forth, we're pulling, right? It feels pulled. We're feeling pulled to go in this direction and that direction. We feel like we are Gumby, right? With the long arms being pulled in all directions here. Malachite can really help you gain that clarity and to bring the personal power, hearts, and intellect together, right? It allows us to come from a place of authority without losing sight, which we see here that, she has that blindfold on, without losing sight of what is for the highest good of all. It is a useful stone to work with when exploring issues around the next right action in families or group energies or we're seeing the threes. So if this has to do with a family dynamic, a partnership, third party, it can really help you explore the issues more in depth and heal as well. So that is what I have for you, Virgo. I feel like you're going to address the elephant in the room, whatever that is for you. You're going to address the situation here. I feel like you're not going to be tempted by emotions. Why? Because I don't see one cup card out here. And I feel, yes, you have some big major arcanas. You have the Magician, you have the Devil, you have the Chariot. You're moving on and you're finding that common ground or middle ground between the personal power, the heart, the intellect. And I feel like that's what takes you forward. And that actually is what brings some sort of sweet release. And I feel like there is excitement coming in, or maybe this excitement is something that, it does rile you up in some way or another with this devil energy, but you also know yourself more than anyone else does, more than any tarot reader, more than your parents, more than, your lover. You know yourself best. And sometimes we forget that, right? We forget that we have access to our infinite wisdom. Remember who you are, Virgo. You're the Magician. So if you do not like the situation that you are currently in, Spirit wants you to remember that you have all the tools to change, to make a difference and move forward. And I feel when it comes to matters of the heart, there is movement towards your highest good, and you are maybe ending a situation that you have outgrown. That is what I have for you, Virgo. I hope that resonates. If so, please hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to share, like, subscribe, and hit that bell. And don't forget to drop your crystals in the comment section below the video to be entered into the giveaway. Thank you so much for tuning in. Lots of love.